Hey everyone, this is 7 weeks and 3 days post-operation from my FAI with labral repair surgery. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of update on my physio, so where I've been at with that, where I'm at with my pain, as well as some of the activities that I've been doing. Alright, so in terms of the physio, I've been doing very similar things to what I was doing at my 5-week physio that I showed you guys on a previous video. And so that's been all staying the same, and I've just kind of been gaining more active range of motion, and I find that my hip flares up a lot less from doing quite a bit more. So I can do quite a bit more stretching, such as stretching my hip flexors, stretching my glutes, stretching my groin. Pretty much every stretch that I'm doing now feels a lot better, and it feels more effective than when I was doing stretching before. Now in terms of the physio, I'm actually going in to see my physio again tomorrow, so that'll be probably mostly going over newer exercises, as well as I think he's just gonna kind of see where my hip's at in terms of the range of motion and make sure that I'm going along and kind of progressing in the rate that I should be, essentially, at the 7-week follow-up. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the pain that I've been having. So I still am definitely having on my left knee a little bit of pain, and this pain I had before the surgery. It's on the inside of the knee, and my surgeon, as well as multiple physios, think that it's related to my hip not being able to properly internally rotate. And when I'm walking, squatting, lunging, you name it, whatever activity it is where my hip's going into flexion, I'm not able to get that internal rotation, so they think it's causing stress on the knee. So I am having a little bit of pain there, and I'm also having pain in my lower back on the left side, which I had before I got the surgery as well, so this is not new pain. And I suspect that, again, as I start to get back into gaining more range of motion in my left hip, I suspect this is gonna go away. I hope this is gonna go away, but I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that as well. And then last and finally, I have right groin pain, which my surgeon suspects that is from my right hip also having the same condition, so also having FAI in my right hip. In terms of surgery for that, I don't really know if I'm gonna need it. I hope I won't need it. I hope that by fixing this left side, it might start to go away, but we'll see. Only time will tell with that, and I might as well just work on what I'm trying to work on and not worry about that at this point. In terms of specific pain within the hip, I honestly am not really feeling any pain at all. So like, it basically feels like I am good to go. I feel like I could even start doing, some high level activities again like I used to, like snowboarding, mountain biking and such. But I'm staying cautious to those things because I am still having some referred pain throughout my knee, my back, and my right groin, which I don't want to aggravate, and I want to try to let that mend out and see if it'll go away completely. Now finally, I wanted to talk about the activities that I've been doing to stay active. So recently, I've stopped doing the swimming because I've found that for me, I simply just honestly don't enjoy swimming. It's pretty boring. I mostly just did that while I was not able to bear weight on my leg, so that was a fantastic exercise, and I would suggest for any of you that's having this surgery, I would definitely suggest that, like 2 to 4 weeks follow-up after the surgery, maybe even 5 weeks if your surgeon directs you to stay off your leg for those time periods, because it is a really good form of exercise that gets the hip working, and I think it definitely helped me in terms of my recovery. Anyways, besides that, I have been biking quite a bit. So I have that indoor bike downstairs, that spin bike, which I've been using almost every day. And I've been walking a lot. I feel as though walking is really starting to help stretch out that hip flexor at the front of my hip without, you know, putting a lot of strain on it. And then I'm also And then I've also added in some light jogging, which I actually did for the first time today. So I ran 4 laps around the track. At that point I was like, okay, my legs are pretty taxed, believe it or not. 4 laps, which really goes to show the weakness, right? It builds quite quickly. So I just want to do things that get me more active and, you know, build a variety of activities, including my physio. So not including my physio, I want to do other things as well, and that are, you know, quite low impact. And, you know, hopefully I'll slowly be able to work back into the sports side of things. All right, so that's it for today. If you have any questions for me, please post in the comment section below. I'm always down to answer questions. That's one of my favorite things to do. Especially questions relating to injury, especially questions relating to my experience with this whole FAI thing, how my body feels, etc. Just shoot them out, and I'm happy to answer them. So yeah, later.